Shall I turn in my badge and rifle as well? Are you the hunter or the prey?
Find the strength inside. Love? Fear? Whatever it's called. It's survival that motivates hold our ground. Attack them in theirs. We need to gather the strength. Fight and flight. Only now I do not run. Exploit their weakness. Rule number 1. Don't die. Cool those guns. This skin is fashioned for survival and honed by instinct. Shut down. Vision can make all the Forgiveness is hard, but so very important. This skin lives on me and hunts for me. Forgiveness is hard. Monsters are everywhere.
Hi, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat.
This is handsome enough I choose. They will come. We'll be wrong. alert.
My Discord, you can just find it. I have it on my stream.
This skin is fashioned for survival and honed by instinct. I can make a difference. The voids offer 1,000 ways to die, and one way to live. Become.
He's putting in the work.
It's a good day for a hunt. I'm back. Exploit their mistakes. That's one. This suit hunts in the manner I choose. Survival means not stopping. Avoid it. I'll be your monster. I came for the hunt. Stay. I'll be back. I survived the void, but here is where my story has its best. I return stronger than I left. Feed the beast, albeit small. trees. How I missed them. Those peaches I smell. They're hiding. This place is beautiful. I'm going to see it. I will make a difference here. I had no one. I was a doomed outsider.
I love how this new build,
Here,
everything levels
people
up at the same time.
And they are all mine. I can make a difference now. Let them come to us.
Shut down. Your team has destroyed a turret.
It's fortunately one choice, man.
I came back from the other. This is my purpose. Learn from me.
That was the worst possible place for me to hold. Into the third swing.
The things we carry should lift us up, not weigh us down. Memory, love, and hope are the lightest necessities.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
I came for the hunt. Stay for the fruit. Some recoil at the sight of me. Underneath the shell, do they see I'm just like them? You're the prey. Moving target lives longer. Imagine a place where it's always night and golden face. I don't have to. I've been there.
I assume when I get this raise red, I'll end this up.
I return stronger than I left.
This one's still good.
I like it here. I just might stay. Monsters are everywhere.
So it doesn't really matter who I target. I don't want to surrender them.
Well met, human.
The Voids will offer 1,000 ways to die, and one way to live. Become like them. The hunting ground has changed, but the hunt is the same. This world has changed. Two down.
Emo, get in the bush. Stay still. Oh.
Your turret has been destroyed.
I grew up deep inside a vast emptiness. I do not wish to grow older. That is why we must fight. Of those peaches I smell. Exploit their mistakes. Get up, stand firm, strike hard.
An ally has been slain.
JC! Bro, I'm ready. Day 3 of League of Legends. Do you want me to hit hack room today? What do you think?
Okay.
Oh my god!
What? I'm listening. I'm listening.
Dante, you play the best game of hack room you're capable of playing live. Coach me with what exactly you're doing, why you're doing it, and then I try to emulate your hack room gameplay.
So you're telling me that I'm gonna turn you into me. I actually made something for you today. Are you ready?
Yes, yes, talk to me, talk to me.
Okay, look at my screen. So do you remember yesterday when you were asking me, you were saying, hey, I want to know everything that goes on in your brain.
Yes.
So I actually made you 2 iceberg memes that actually fully encapsulate the jungle role and then also base league mechanics. So right now, we're working on you to like figure this out, right? Level 1. But eventually one day, you're going to be getting all the way to level 5.
Finger placement on keyboard, eyes on three places.
So what we'll do is we can either do one of 2 things. It's whatever you think would help you more. We can either start off by talking about these concepts, and I'll explain level 1 and level 2, or we can go straight into the informative game where I tell you everything I do so you can become me. Which one do you want to do?
Let's discuss this for a couple of minutes, and
Okay.
then go into the informative game, and then I play hack room and literally start no lubricant and iron.
All right, that's what I like to fucking hear. So listen, there's one thing that you're gonna have to do first, though. Can you open up the game and practice tool? Because I heard something today, and we're gonna have to help you with something. Because I looked a little bit at your gameplay, right? And I even talked to like a few of your viewers too. And I created a list that's gonna turn you from a 3 to a 5 instantly.
Really?
Are you ready?
Born ready. Let's do it. Yes!
Jinxie, are you ready to learn?
Yes, bro. I'm tired of getting passed around like a fucking blunt in iron, bro. Let's go.
All right, well, now you're going to be the one doing the passing around. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so press escape. So what you're going to do is you're going to go where it says camera. And on the bottom, oh, you already have per side offset. Oh, never mind, you're good then. Okay, cool. So that's the first thing done. Okay, so the next thing, what we're going to do is we're going to talk a little bit about the icebergs, okay? So do you want me to send them to you or do you want me to just read it for now?
Talk to me about it.
Okay. Where are your fingers right now?
My middle finger is on W. And that's it.
So this is what we're going to do. From now on, how it's going to work is you're going to have your middle finger on W, your index finger on E, and then your like ring finger on Q, okay?
Yeah.
And then you're always going to want to keep your fingers on those keys. Now, when you're going to use your ultimate, your index finger is going to go from E to R to use alt. You understand? And that is never going to change. Like, you're always going to keep it. Your index finger can also move to, like, press Y. But in general, that's what we're going to be doing now, okay?
QWE. So just QWE, and then R.
Exactly. Another thing we're going to talk about. I want you to just move a little bit on the map right now, because I want to show you something. Jinxie, I want you to make your character go in circles. Like, go in the middle of a lane, and then just make him go in circles. And I want you to hold down mouse click while you do it, okay? Because I want you to see this visually. Okay, now what I want you to do is click right next to your character and click all around yourself with your mouse click. You see how that's way faster? So the reason why is because there's actually an input delay in League where if you hold down your right click, your character will only have a refresh rate like every 3/4 of a second. But if you actually do another movement input, it registers instantly. Do you understand? Yes. So that's the reason why when you're playing, you always want to make sure that when you're moving, especially if you're going to be trying to dodge abilities, stuff like that, that you always want to spam click. Because if you don't, you're going to be too slow because of the input delay from your mouse.
Okay.
Well, you can hold if you're going to go like a long distance, right? Like if you're just going to do one movement commands like your booba. But in general, you always want to just tap, okay?
Yes, sir. Wow, that's goated. That's really good advice.
Yeah, I got you. So the other thing I wanted to say is right now you have 20,000 gold, right?
Yep.
I want you to press B. Go back to base. I want to show you something. So in the future, what you're going to be doing is when you're buying items, you're wasting too much time in the shop. And the reason why is buy an item right now, and I'll show you where you're doing wrong. Exactly, right there, that's wrong. So you see how you click on an item and then you press purchase item? If you actually just right click the item straight up, it's like right click from the select item, like right click the endless hunger, you see that? You see how you buy it instantly? So the thing is that if you right click items, it automatically buys the item if you have enough gold. And if you don't, it buys all the components they can buy. And components are like the small items that build up the big one. All right. So also, it works the same for selling items. So press P. So let's say you ever want to sell an item. All you have to do is you have to right click on the item in your inventory while you're in base. So just right click on it. All right. You see, like, are you starting to get the motion a little bit?
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. So now what we're doing right now, Jinx, you just explained, is we're trying to make you understand how to make yourself a little faster so that you can really take over games by getting to every play on time, okay?
Time is everything on Jungle.
It's everything. There could literally be 1 second where you scratch your fucking balls, and in that 1 second, you could have gotten a pentakill, dude.
Yep.
Okay, now I'm gonna teach you another trick. Are you ready? We're gonna get a little bit advanced though. Are you ready to get advanced?
Yeah.
Okay, I want you to like level up a few times. Like on the left side of your screen, level up. Okay, cool. Do not click on the arrow. No, don't click. I want you to hold the control button, which is on the bottom left of your keyboard, and then press E. Did you see that? So how you actually want to level abilities in this game is instead of clicking on the actual up arrow key, you press control and then you do the ability that you want to level up. So instead of like going all the way around pressing your Q, you just control Q and it does it instantly, okay? Now we're getting this done. Are you ready to learn a little bit more?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So another thing is you're always going to want to have your eyes on 3 things in League, and only 3 things, okay? The first thing is going to be your character. The second thing is going to be your HUD, right? So like where you see all your abilities and stuff. And the third thing is going to be your mini-map. And the reason why is because what you're essentially trying to do is, especially when you're clearing camps, you always want to be able to use your abilities when they're coming up, right? Because you don't want to waste 2 seconds and then all of a sudden your ability isn't being used and you're just fucking yourself over, right? So what you want to do is you always want to glance at your HUD to make sure that you're sitting there and you're like, okay, I'm queuing as soon as it's up. On Heckrim, you can just sit there and spam Q all the time. It's fine. As long as there's like no enemy, as long as there's an enemy in range. But in general, that's how we do it, okay?
Got it. Yep.
All right. So we're going to do one last thing. And then afterwards, I'll do a full gameplay for you, okay? What I'm going to want you to do is I'm going to want you to go and clear the red buff. Go to the red buff right now.
Bro, I don't know what the red buff is.
Okay. So the blue buff is always going to be here on this side of the map, okay? And the red buff, so if the blue buff is here, where do you think the red one is?
Right here.
Exactly, okay? So what we're going to have you figure out is the names of the actual jungle monsters. Do you already know what some of them are?
Grom.
Okay,
Grom.
which one is Grom?
Grom.
Okay, and then other ones?
Chicken. Wolf.
Yep.
Blue buff, red buff. That all? And then, Scuttle Crab.
Okay, but not just Scuttle. You forgot the rocks, bro.
Oh, yeah. The rock.
Okay.
Rock.
Now, Jinxie. What I'm gonna want you to do is I'm gonna want you to go to the rocks. Because this is the last lesson I'm gonna leave you off with, okay? You're gonna go to the rocks right now. But you're not gonna kill them yet. You're not gonna kill them.
Red, if I remember correctly.
So, Jinxie, I'm gonna want you to sit there and I want you to kill the big rock. And I want you to see what happens. What happens?
He splits into Goldemites.
Exactly. And do you know why he does that, Jinxie?
To give me more gold.
No. It's because he never stops fighting. Even when Krug is broken and he's in pieces, he never stops fighting. Do you understand?
Oh my god. Yeah.
So what does that tell you, Jinxie?
That I can apply that to my league journey. It doesn't matter how many times I get pushed down with my tight little. As long as I keep on dusting myself off and getting back up, I will progress in this game.
Exactly. The trick is that when you're sitting there and your hole is getting. You ready for the informative game, or do you want me to just?
Perfect with an A.
Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
Bro, it's an A in there.
It's an A in there, it's an E.
Yeah, I know, but I know there's an E in there, buddy. You're saying it with an A. Say it.
Perfect.
X.
Yeah, perfect. What?
I'm not crazy. I'm hearing this shit.
Dude, I don't say perfect. I say perfect.
Are you obsessed, bro?
I
Yo,
mean,
listen, I'm gonna go get a coffee and then let's do it again, buddy. Bro, I need you to pop an Adderall or something so you can hyper explain this, bro. Yeah?
okay, guys. Out of curiosity, how strong of a pre-workout should I take? Because we could either take a 1, a 2, or a 3. Which one do we go for? A 4? I think it's expired, and it's actually probably going to give me like some kind of cancer, but it doesn't matter. As long as you think you have main character syndrome in life, you can never actually like have anything bad happen. It's like how does the main character ever die? You know what I mean? You need to criticize him. Dude, I'm gonna be honest, if we're gonna criticize anything about Jinxie starting a league arc, it's the fact that he actually started a league arc. You know what I mean? Like, dude, realistically, that's the only thing you can criticize a league player for is playing league. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Because the problem with league, it's like you're gonna sit there one day and you're gonna be like, damn, my life is going really great. I'm happy, you know, like, I'm sitting there, I have someone who loves me, my family adores me, my job's going well, friends. Jinxie, what's going on? Yeah, I can hear what's happening.
Okay, the reason why it took me more than 20 seconds, it's not because I'm a lazy sack of garbage.
Okay.
It's because I'm scrounging around my house looking for a notepad so I can take notes of the things you're saying throughout the match.
Ooh. But wait, can't you just use your notepad on your PC?
Yeah.
No, but it's smart though, bro, because it's psychology. Because if you write it down, you remember it more.
Well, yes.
Dude, that's genius.
Also, bro, if I play, like, if I'm watching your game and I'm pulling up the notepad, I'm not going to be able to see exactly where your character's moving. It's better to write stuff down.
I agree. Me and you were on the same page right now.
Wait, Kadeem is streaming? Say wallahi, Kadeem is live.
Yes.
Bro, can we duo and Dante's coaching up?
We can see if he's down for it.
God, that'd be so peak. Yo, say you swear to God. Wait, but first though, chat TV down. God, that'll be peak. Is he iron?
I think he might be like low bronze.
Yeah, that's better than me.
Wait, Jinxie, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so they banned Hecarim. So what I'm gonna need you to do is I'm gonna need you to tell me which of these two champs you think looks cooler. And I'll just log that one in. And then I can choose like a different one.
In the game and Hecarim got banned?
Yep, the fucking ghosters got me.
Okay. Diana or Zahan? Diana, because it's kind of bad. Wait, you only know a couple of guys? Or you know one thing?
Well, I mean, listen. Is it better to be a master of one or a master of none? Ask yourself that.
Wait, so what is your highest rank you've ever reached in without Hecarim?
Dude, it's like asking Bill Gates how much money did you make with helping the CEO of Apple?
What? You're only wait, what? You only play Hecarim?
No, but Jinxie, I managed to get Diamond 4 on ADC, bro. Like, I'm actually a mastermind at this shit. How is it not good?
Bro, you should be... Bro, Tyler one hit challenger on 5 lanes, bro.
But listen,
Bro,
listen.
Tyler one hit the Chad, bro.
Listen, would you rather learn how to play at a challenger level or at a diamond level? Ask yourself that.
Challenger level? How does that... Challenger level, yes.
Exactly. And that's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. That's why now you're gonna learn all the things you need to know.
Okay. Bro, I'm in your thing. I'm watching you.
You're
Wait,
watching, okay?
what's your game plan with Diana, bro? I don't like.
So listen.
Stop.
So let me explain something to you. The thing about jungling is it doesn't matter what champion you play, junglers all effectively do the same thing, right? The only difference is how good you are to unlock more plays or different roles within the fights, okay? So even if you're on Diana, if you're on Amumu, if you're on like let's say Hecarim, Zahan, right? Like it doesn't matter what you're playing, the way you're gonna get a lead is always effectively the same.
Okay, I'm gonna focus on everything you're saying.
All right,
I'm not even
perfect.
gonna reach out for this whole match. I want you to actually explain everything you're doing and why you're doing it. Who is Katarina? Oh my fucking god.
Okay, so step one, when you're loading into a game, you need to ask yourself, what is the enemy jungler doing? What do the top lane matchups look like? And then what do support matchups look like? Okay? So when we look bot lane, it's double mages bot lane, right? And it's also a volatile matchup top. So this means there's going to be a lot of fighting. This is something that you're going to learn as the games go on and as you learn more. It just essentially means like who's fighting early and who's not. So since we know that top lane is going to be fighting, and bot lane isn't really going to be fighting that much because they're more so like wave clearing and stuff like that, then we know that pathing towards top is probably better this game. So what we're going to do this game is we're actually going to be pathing towards top. Now, in your games, you're never going to want to do this.
Towards the weak side?
No, so you path towards where you think there's going to be more action. But this is a concept that you're not going to use yet. Because for you right now, this is too advanced. Like, you need to know every champion in the game for you to know when this is going to be good versus when not. Okay?
Okay. Yep.
So now we're...
Do my music really quick. Don't.
Yeah, that's fine.
Continue though.
Okay, so now what we're also going to do is we're going to look at the jungle matchup and we're going to ask ourselves, how does it look, right? So Graves is a champion that early game actually loses Diana, right? Diana is a counter of Graves. So this is another level to jungling, which is like knowing the matchups, who wins 1v1 or who wins 2v2, 3v3. So if we look, let's say, top side, we're probably going to win the 2v2, right? Bot side, we're probably going to lose the 3v3. So it's another reason why I wanted to path towards top, because I know that I'm more defended and I'm safer if I clear towards top lane. So now while I'm clearing my camps and my abilities are on cooldown, I'm actually panning my camera over mid, over top, and over bot to kind of see what's going on. And when I'm actually looking towards my camps is when I just want to kite them. But in a case like this where it's already fully kited out, right, you can actually spend more time looking. So now what we're going to do is we're going to use our long range ability, which is our Q, to aggro the camp preemptively so that we get a little more distance. And then when we're clearing, we actually see that Graves is on Raptors, right? So this is a concept called CS counting. CS counting is when you can actually see all of the farm that a jungler has, because every camp counts as 4 farm to know where they are. So if Graves right now is at 14 CS and he's clearing his Raptors, it means that we know that he's clearing towards bot, right? Because he cleared 3 camps, which is 12, and then he started clearing the other one, which is what led to the other 2. So we know that Graves is full clearing towards there. So we also know that if we decide to fight towards like top side or top crab, that he's not actually going to be there. So I already know without anything even happening that the top crab, the scuttle crab, won't be contested, but the bottom crab will be. Are you following so far?
Yep, 100%.
Okay, good. So now we're going to look at lane state, right? Because now the question is, what are we going to do after we farm? So I'm going to press tab. I'm going to see Graves only has 24 CS. So we know that he didn't clear the crab yet, because if he did, he would be at 28. But it looks like Katarina's also pushing in. So top lane is not really killable, right? But mid lane could be. We could also counter gank the Graves, which is another advanced concept. Because if Graves is in the bot side river, right, then he could maybe look towards mid. Right? So now I wait for the Katarina to go in. She does. And then we just get the assist. Right? So now what we're going to do is we're going to push out the wave to get as much resource as possible. And the reason why we're doing this is because we just want to get as much gold as we can. So if we can get the gold through the minions, then we will. I'm not going to bother clearing the next winning wave 2, though, because my camp is already spawning. So it means I want to reset as fast as I possibly can so I can get there on a good timer. Are you following so far?
Yep, 100%.
Okay, so I'll put it in words that you understand. What I'm doing is I know that my camp is respawning bot, right? My ground. So I don't want to stay too long over here because it means that this is up for too long and I'm not making it reset more, right? Because every time this camp resets, I get golden XP because I'm killing it. So if I'm not killing this camp, then I'm just losing out on golden XP, which is like tempo. Do you see what I'm getting at?
Yep.
So that's why now you're gonna notice I'm not even really bothering to look at lane states because I know that I'm gonna be like focused on farming for a little while. So even though we should be panning our camera around and seeing what's going on, it's something where it's like it's not necessary to do at every stage of the game. Okay?
Right. Because in early games, you're normally just farming. Like
Exactly. In early game, you're just trying to farm, and even in games where things are kind of behind and they're not really going that great, you're just gonna want to sit there and you're just gonna want to like focus on actually getting a consistent lead. Okay? So when you go for ganks, when you go for fights, it's inconsistent because you never know if the fight is actually going to go good, right? But when you're farming camps, it's always consistent.
Go good.
Exactly. So now the reason why I'm recalling here after clearing the crabs is because there's nothing else up on the map, but we see that the scuttle crab is respawning in 30 seconds. So that means that right now, the only things on the map that we can do are dragon or scuttle crab. So what I'm doing is I'm going to communicate with my team by using something called pings so that they're on the same page as me so they can also come here as well. So now we see that the Graves is actually on the dragon. He cleared it, right? Which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. It happens. Unfortunately, my mid laner decided to fight, but that means we're just gonna have to let her die.
Do they have 6 kills and you guys have 1 right now?
Yep. But see, Jinxie, listen. This is the important part of being a jungler. It's about being able to see the burning building crashing around you and looking at all the police officers and firefighters that instead of helping you get out are just like punching you and keeping you down. And it's about sitting there and still trying to get out as hard as you can. Does that make sense?
100%. Yep.
All right. So what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna wait for our camps to respawn because we don't really have another play to make, right? There's no gank because there's no one really pushing up like bot, but now we actually see that bot is pushing. We can look for a fight though because they're both like relatively high level compared to me, like they're level 6, level 5. So we know that it's way safer for us to just keep farming. So that's why in games like this, one of the most important things you can do is just keep farming. Because if you sit there and you decide to join the sinking ship, then it's guaranteed to sink, right?
So if your team is losing in kills, do you literally respond?
It depends. But what I would say is you always try to go for the consistent play, unless the inconsistent play would give you too much. Does that make sense? So, like, let's say there's a guy that's worth 1,000 gold, then maybe dropping everything and trying to kill him would be better, right? Than just doing the consistent farming.
Okay. And like, what lane is collapsing? Like, I just kind of want to inside the mind of like, what do you think of the lane? Like, what lane looks uncontestable and what lane looks maybe gankable?
So this is something that you're gonna have to learn, and even people that have been playing League for years as junglers still don't understand it. There's no such thing as an ungankable lane, right? It always depends on the conditions. Because right now I can sit there and I can tell you, I never want to gank bot because she has 3 kills, right? But what if there's an opportunity where she's pushing up with 1 HP? Now I would want to gank, right? So it's always about awareness. Like as a jungler, you always have to be aware about everything going on. So like here, for example, I saw on my mini map that the Graves was recalled, right? The enemy jungler. So what I'm doing is I'm actually clearing the grubs because I'm like, oh, maybe this could end well, right? So we end up losing 1 grub. It sucks, but it is what it is. And then now we need to flash out and we just run because they're all going to be here and we can't ever fight, right?
Yep.
So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna look for recall because we have our full item. And you're gonna see, look, as soon as I recall, I instantly walk out of base and then I buy my item, right? Just by right clicking. Because it saves seconds.
Seconds or minutes as a jungler.
Exactly, yes. Yes. So now so now what we're gonna do is you're gonna see that we're walking straight bot, right? And the reason why is because bot is fighting a lot. So we're gonna just do something which is called fishing, right? Which is where we're gonna look fishing. Yeah, we're fishing. It's like you have your fishing rod out and you put a little bait on it, and we're gonna see if they actually put themselves in a gankable position. Now, it doesn't look like they will, right? Because they could have flash here, and they could also have boards. So as a result, we're just not even gonna bother risking it. You see?
But how do you fish? Do you position yourself close to the lane?
So fishing would be you're just constantly observing the lane to see if there's an opportunity that's too easy for you to go to that you can pass up. So it'd be like, for example, right now, let's say I want to fish top, right? I'm gonna look at top lane and I'm like, okay, so the Jackson's wave is over here. He needs to hit this. So while I'm clearing the krugs, I'm constantly looking top and I'm checking to see if the situation develops, right? It's like imagine you're a guy in the newsroom and you're just constantly checking the breaking news, right?
Yep.
So now over here, right?
As the jungler,
Yes.
Are you supposed to be the most in the entire field?
Yeah. Because the thing is that you're gonna notice that a lot of the times. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hell not. Yeah. Like that's right. See, that's why you need to be aware. Because if I wasn't aware, I would have never went for that, right?
Yep.
And it's plays like that that make the difference between you losing and you winning. So that's why you need to be aware. Like right now, we're gonna walk out of base and we're gonna look for the dragon. Now let me ask you, why am I gonna walk to the dragon?
Why? Why are you gonna walk through the dragon?
Yeah, I'm asking you, what do you think the answer is?
I know the answer.
Okay. I think so. You want me to tell you what I think it is?
Yeah.
Okay. The reason why I walk towards the dragon there is because none of my jungle camps are up, and it's possible that the enemy was on dragon. So we want to walk where there could be something for us to do. So there it could have been that maybe we can steal the objective, right? Maybe we can kill Graves on it. But you always want to constantly be looking for things that you can do to make your lead even better. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So okay. So there's no camp done can check dragon because they could be on.
Exactly, yeah. So now we're getting gangs. This is fucked. Wait! We can get more! Wait. Okay, hold on. It's not enough that I got that Jinxie, because now I need to get the Grom too.
Wow.
So it's my support. Wait, give me a sec. So it's my support, because my support is playing a champion class called Enchanter. So that's pretty much if you're just like a little pussy ass bitch and you want to make your team win the game for you, you lock in Enchanters.
So are you saying support players are pussy?
The majority of them, yeah. Jot that down and underline it. All capitals, underline it. Alright, perfect.
My support players fight for.
It's because the thing is, the supports expect you to do the job for them. That's why. It's like, okay, think of it this way, okay? Imagine you have a guy that's like, and he hires a bull to swipe, right? It's like that guy, he's gonna sit there and he's gonna backseat and be like, oh, do this, do that. That's kind of like support players because they lock in support so that other people that are better at the game can carry them. Does that make sense? But it's like it makes them feel insecure. So then they want to sit there and they want to like make you feel like shit because now they're mad.
Okay.
All right.
So is the game you're in right now, by the way, Dante? 16-3.
Well, there's always a chance that an armed robber walks in Lux's house and blows his head off with a shotgun. So since we're not going to discount that possibility, we're just going to play this one out because anything is possible.
So you're basically saying, unless he gets like raided by the FBI, this game is over.
Or unless they agree. Because don't forget, a lot of the time, people in League can be bad players, right? So if they can be bad, then they can throw games. If you can throw games, other people can too, right? So it's like League is a game where you're just waiting for the enemy team to make mistakes. What? Wait, what? I was saying League is a game where you want to wait for the enemy team to make mistakes, so then you can capitalize off it and win the game for it. Okay, got it. So, yeah. So the thing about Braum is that people that play Braum, they're the addicts because he has an animation he can do that makes it looks like he's. So the thing is that everybody that's. Did you see what just happened? Wait, did you just say press yes?
No, no, no. No, I was saying from.
Yep. Okay, perfect. There you go. That's probably the most important note that you can get from this entire game. Wait, give me a second. Because now we're gonna go for a crazy fight. And so, Jinxie, this is the point of the game where you as a jungler are gonna be able to express your skill. Okay? And the way that you're gonna do it is by enabling team chat, right? And then you're gonna type this. And then after you type this, you're gonna disable team chat. So if anybody tries flaming you, right? You see the method? There you go. So now what we do is it's almost like you're jungling, but you can clear all the camps without the enemy team being able to clear yours. Because now they're sitting there and they can't even flame you back, right?
Yeah, because you already got the last one.
Exactly. And that's why you need a high APM so that you can sit there and enable and disable as fast as possible.
So what actually what happened? Dude, it's 22 kills to 3. What the fuck happened?
Yeah, so this is the thing, Jinxie. There's a rule about League of Legends, and I'm gonna need to write in your notepad right now because it's probably the most important rule you're ever gonna learn. Are you ready for it? I want you to write, it never gets better. So when you're silver, you think that when you get gold, the players are gonna be better. When you're gold, you think the players are shit, but when you get platinum, it's gonna be better. And you think this all the way up to Challenger. And even in Challenger, you realize that not even there is the case. So in League of Legends, you have to understand that it never gets better. But even though it never gets better, you can get better. So that's why you always have to be the one that gaslights yourself into saying every game is your fault so that you can improve.
I don't even know if I'm right. Yeah, that's dark.
It's like Jinxie. It'd be like this. Imagine you're walking down late at night and a group of 5 men punch you in the face and they fucking beat the shit out of you. You need to sit there, you need to say it was your fault because maybe if you were boxing from the time you're like 5 years old, you could have fought them off. And that's like in League of Legends what you have to do. Does that make sense? So it's about mental training. So that's why, like, even in games like this, there can be games where you will genuinely just lose. Like, my bot lane is 1 in 13, bro. For all I know, they could have no arms, no legs, rolling around on the floor like chicken nuggets. Who the fuck knows, right? But it's like, you gotta just be like, it is what it is.
You know how rain is. Seems like it could ruin your life.
Well, that's why. The trick is that instead of letting League of Legends ruin your life, you just need to be the guy that ruins other people's lives by sitting there and blaming them to a point where then they feel bad for underperforming.
Okay. Pretty good.
No, my teammate stole it. So the guy that had 0 kills and 7 deaths, he just stole it from me. See, like, that's the thing. Jinxie, you're learning about the mentality. And that, the mentality, is going to be what carries you further than any skills ever will. League is a game, and I'm saying this seriously, like, no sarcasm, where your mentality, your mental, and your, like, drive and commitment is going to push you harder than anything else ever could. So it's about playing a game like this, where there's genuinely nothing you could have done, and you're just like, well, it is what it is, I guess I lost, right? But it's about queuing up in your next game and saying, I'm still going to give it 100%. Does that make sense?
No. Yo,
Yep.
you're saying that even if you played like a computer robot simulation, like stockfish on chess, and you played perfect the entire game, you still would have lost, even if you played perfect.
All honesty, like no jokes whatsoever, probably. Because like the thing is that when you look at it, the Graves did nothing this game, right? Like he has 9 kill participation out of 30 kills. And it's like when you look at the team state, like Jimsy, think of it this way. I have 3 lanes, right? My 3 laners have not gotten a single kill without me for 20 minutes this game. I have 100% kill participation at 20 minutes. That means for 20 minutes, they did nothing.
But what I think is it's never really a close game. Just one team is getting brutally all
So there's something called the 60-20-20 rule. Or no, it's not, it's 40-20-20. So the 40-20, no wait, fuck, no, it's 40-30-30. Okay, yeah, no, that's right. Yeah. So the 40-30-30 rule essentially states that in League, 30% of your games are going to be insta-loss, right? And 30% of them are going to be insta-won. And what matters, right, is going to be how you play, yeah, in the winnable games.
Oh, that's how you get that.
Exactly. So let me ask you, what did you learn from this game?
Be like honest.
Yes.
And thinking like you like me, don't like me. But you want me to read my notepad?
That works too. Let's show the notepad.
Here's the notepad. Look at matchups at start of the game.
Okay, so that I want you to cross it out because you're not at the level where you're gonna be able to do that.
Half force action.
Okay, so that you're also gonna cross it out because that's later as well for you. Because listen, I'll explain it, Jinxie. Because what I wanted to do this game was I wanted to explain to you how somebody that operates at like the highest level is gonna approach a game. But for you, it's like we're taking it in bite-sized pieces, right? It's kind of like imagine I'm teaching you how to fight, right? I'm not gonna teach you how to do like the hook and the uppercut and all that. We're gonna start off with jabs, right? Let's hear it. Kind of. I wanted to put a little circle on it because there's an easy concept that we're gonna make you learn.
And now next one, check tab or yes.
Okay, that one it operates in the same way. What's the next point?
Get as much gold as possible.
All right, so I want to put a check mark because don't forget, what are you faced with every single game that you play League?
4 sacks of shit on my team.
Exactly. So the fact that you know that already makes you better than 95% of League players because you're able to recognize that. So gold on you matters more than gold on everyone, right?
Yep.
Exactly, right? Keep reading.
Next note I have here, Yumi Farm. I think I misspelled. Oh yeah, early game farm.
That's good. That's good. So, Jinxie, this is what we're gonna do, okay? What I'm gonna do is I want you to keep your notepad out, and I'm gonna show you the 2 things that I made for you, okay? And what you're gonna do is you're just gonna write down only these things, and we're gonna approach more later on once you get better. Does that sound good?
My notepad, though,
All right, you know what? Fuck it. Let's see what you have to say.
majority of the 4 players are cookies that spam types. I added in spam types.
Okay.
And I added in POV or and then I added in ROM edit, and then I added in fishing with a question mark because that went in from here up. Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, that's good. But we're gonna need to add some more notes, okay? So that game, you saw how there was a Jax in the game? You're gonna want to put Jax equals file. Jinxie.
Why did Jack keep playing?
Because most people that end up playing Jax end up becoming. I'm not even kidding.
Okay, I'll.
All right, good.
All right. So now for these, the iceberg, I'm gonna take pictures of my handle stamp up right now.
Okay, so then what I'll do is I'll just explain to you what I think we're gonna make you do, okay? Okay.
Oh, by the way, I'm gonna add something in a little.
Yeah, that works. That works. So what you're gonna do is when it comes, so these are two different icebergs, right? One of them is general mechanics for League, and the other one is jungle mechanics. Okay.
Okay.
So you're gonna notice that a lot of things that we talked about yesterday are actually covered here, right? So like clearing your camps, whenever your camps are up, you want to clear them, right? Full clearing is just always making sure that in your first clear, you kill all 6. Okay.
Not even gonna be there.
Yeah. So then scuttle crab. But listen, I'll let you say it for me. What does scuttle crab mean?
Yeah, scuttle crab basically means it's just the jungler game. Like if I can get the scuttle crab and he doesn't, then I sort of jungle mob him.
Perfect. And then what's that last one on that list? I want you to read it for me.
This is my favorite one. Hiding cannon from a man.
Perfect. Okay. So now, right? That was all stuff we learned yesterday. So a few other concepts that we also talked a little bit about, but I'm gonna want to see you do today are smiting to kill cannons. So you know how your smite will do like 600 true damage? Okay.
The F button.
Exactly, the F button. So the F button, as the game goes longer, it actually does more damage. And you're gonna see how much it does by just looking at the little tooltip above your HUD. Like we're gonna see it in the game later, okay?
Yep, got it.
So what you're actually gonna want to do is you always want to make sure that if you're gonna smite a camp, that you use it to kill the camp so that no one else can steal it from you. Gotcha? It's like imagine you're in Rainbow Six and I'm telling you that you want to save the last bullet instead of dealing like 20 damage to a guy to get the last 20 damage, right?
Yep. Yep.
So then the other things are droning, which we talked
So do I
about.
always might have
Always, always. Yep. So then the other thing is droning, right? Where we talked a little bit about it. And then kiting camps, which is where you're going to want to move away from the camp while you're fighting it. Remember that?
Yep, yep.
Okay, good. So right now, this is all you're gonna worry about, okay? And the rest of the iceberg are concepts that you're gonna work on once you feel like, and once I also see that you've mastered all of this, okay?
Yep.
So over here, we're gonna talk a little bit about general mechanics. So the first one is gonna be finger placement on the keyboard, which we talked about. Okay.
Please.
Yeah, so you're gonna remember something right now. I want you to remember we are why. Remember that. Because query, exactly. Because those are the only 5 buttons that you're gonna have to worry about. Because pressing tab and all that kind of stuff, it's stuff that is important, but because you're new to the game, you aren't able to actually like process the information yet. So it's better for you to focus on what you can process. So now there's also the eyes on 3 places, which we talked about. We also talked about the right clicking items to buy components. So all of these we already talked about them, right? So you're just gonna have to put them into practice. And then another thing, yep. So the only thing that we didn't talk about is not canceling auto attacks. So a problem with League is if you actually auto attack, right, which is when you right click someone, if you do another auto attack or you right click around them, then you can actually cancel your right click and you do 0 damage. So a lot of the time you want to wait until your right click goes through before doing more. Does that make sense?
That's like tap on somebody over. I have never enough.
Absolutely nothing. Think of it like imagine you're trying to shoot while you're reloading.
I'm not gonna have dying thing. Bro, wait, so if I tapping, I never actually tap.
No. So when you register the first thing of you right clicking, it's like it's gonna right click as much as it can. So the only time that you're gonna want to right click again is if you want to right click to move and then right click back on the guy. But if you're sitting there and you're just spamming right click, it does absolutely nothing. It's like, okay, you know when you use your Q and it's on a 3-second cooldown? If you press Q again, is it going to use the ability or is it going to be on cooldown?
Wait, this is an easier way for me to understand.
Yep.
How fast, like, sound it out?
Okay.
No, but how does it sound if I tap on it?
Yeah, it's the only way for you to attack faster is to buy items that actually make you attack faster. So, but the thing is that depending on the type of champion that you're playing, you're not gonna want to get it in some scenarios. Like if you're playing, for example, Hecarim, you want attack damage. If you're playing a mage, right, then you're gonna want ability power. But if you're playing an ADC, right, like Jinx, then you might want attack speed. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So now, Jinxie, are you ready to get in a fucking game? Because now that the boring shit is done, I'm gonna be honest, we need to sit here and we need to not go to fucking sleep.
Yep. Okay. I'm down. Yeah. So, do you want to duo for you and then Dante has a photo of that? Wait, Dante, do you have to be added? Can you make a group call with him?
Yeah, I got it.
You have 7 years of experience. Can you do?
Yeah, so Kadeem, I'm telling you right now, he's like the veteran, bro. Like this guy is like the final. He's here. Yo, what's up, Kadeem?
Yo, Kadeem, what's up, man?
What's up?
Kadeem, nice to meet you, my boy.
You want to help with the guys, right? The only way for you to actually play the game correctly, you really have to practice.
Yes, Kadeem, yes. I'm practicing right now. Bro, Kadeem, I've heard from a lot of people that you're the faker of iron.
Well, I am challenger. The best. I'm only challenger in normal.
What is challenger?
That means I earned the achievement of being the best ADC in the world.
Is that
Okay, so yes, so Kadeem is essentially like imagine you have challenger ranked and challenger normals. Kadeem is iron and ranked, but he's challenger normals.
Okay, I got it. Wait, so Kadeem, do you want to play ranked together? Like you'll be ADC, I'll be jungler, and
okay, something you want to be jungle? You want to be support? Well, actually, you can. You want to play mid?
to make myself clear, Kadeem, I would rather jump to the locker, rob, hug, brutally beat, and then play support. Kadeem, I love you, bro. Like, don't get me wrong, I fucking love you, but I'm not playing support for anything. I would literally rather.
Okay, I mean, it's not a bit of road. You need to choose bread to destroy everything.
No. Kadeem. I'm gonna play Echo, and I'm going to be fucking for the other team. And Kadeem, you're gonna play ADC, and you're gonna get powered up and fucking quit your lane. And if you need help, let me know, and I'm gonna try to push like a fucking creep.
Okay. But I just let you know, they do like over 100K damages in the game to get ready.
You do 100K
No,
against
they do that. They do. We're fine.
Yeah, so Jinxie, the thing is that Kadeem, he has something where like a lot of the people that play against him, they just randomly like smurf hard as fuck. So you might be playing this game on nightmare difficulty because you and Kadeem are the two most sniped people on the planet.
Wait, Kadeem. You get sniped by Smurf, Kadeem?
I mean, yeah, it happens all the time. I've been doing this for a long time though, but I've been playing for like 2015.
Okay. So wait, Kadeem, what friend like ever? I actually give
Well, I got master in a different game. I think it's like the second game. Virtual Fighter 4. I got master in Virtual Fighter 4, and elsewhere I had S rank. But these new games, I don't know what's going on, but I'm just Iron 4.
Iron 4 League.
Yeah, I'm Iron 4 in League.
Well, Kadeem, guess what? You just found your fucking iron duo, bro, and we're gonna reach bro together, bro, with the power of love and positivity. Okay?
I mean, I think we can do it. I mean, I don't know if we're gonna do it alone.
No, we're gonna have Dantes coaching us. It's gonna be fucking locked. Kadeem, it's gonna be locked.
Think of it like this: it's like I'm sitting there, I'm the brain, and I'm in your guys' body. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. 1,000,000 fucking percent. Bro,
What's your name?
what do you say?
What's your name? So I can ask you.
Jason, hashtag MVP. The fucking MVP. Wait,
How do you spell that?
I'll put it in the chat. I'll put it
yeah.
in the chat.
Okay, Kadeem, are you ready, bro?
Ready? Go.
Oh my god.
Kadeem, let's go, Kadeem! Okay. Kadeem, so we're gonna be in iron, I think, right? Yeah, iron.
Yeah, we gotta be between iron, bronze, and silver.
Wait,
As you can see, I do have the right of being the best bot laner.
yes. Wait. Yeah, Kadeem. You're gonna be bot lane, Kadeem, and then I'm gonna be jungle. Oh my god, yes, we got a game! And then Dante's gonna coach us.
Okay, so guys, listen. We need to set up a game plan here. I want you guys to tell me what champions you're thinking of playing so we can set up the best synergy possible.
Hecarim.
Okay. So,
Kinda.
okay, Kaisa. Hecarim Kaisa's not bad. Kadeem, what other ADCs do you play though? Maybe we could get better synergy.
Kadeem, what should we ban? Wait, what should we ban, Kadeem?
I can play Affiliate.
Okay. That might be crazy. So, Jinxie, Aphelios is the hardest ADC in the entire game. Should he lock in the Aphelios?
It's easy.
Yes.
Okay, fuck it. Aphelios, son. Let's get it done.
I got you.
Kadeem, you're gonna play Ophelia?
Yeah, I'm gonna play Affiliate.
I accept.
Yeah. So what that means? Oh, what the fuck? You got stream sniped.
Happened.
They stole Hecarim from you. Jinxie, we're in uncharted territory now. No, okay, you know what, Jinxie? Maybe we just do the Garen jungle.
I mean, I can switch to jungle. You can play ADC.
Be able to do that?
You know what? It's fine. Garen jungle is okay. Garen jungle is okay.
I'm just gonna play Garen in the jungle, Kadeem, and I'm gonna kill their whole team.
Okay.
So, Jinxie, I'm gonna need you to press the room button again because we're gonna make sure you have the right rooms right now. Press the middle one. Yep. And then there you go. You're good now.
And Kadeem, let's go, my boy. Got this. Bro, Kadeem, I think because this guy's the Hecarim.
I'm Egyptian, so like I'm very like powerful. There's a lot of people follow me.
You said what did you say, Kadeem?
Like how I'm saying, like I'm Egyptian, so like there's a lot of like hidden followers that follow me too. So like I'm pretty sure a lot of people watch my friends. They're not. It's not as popular as you are, but there's like a lot of people watching Fiction League.
No, Kadeem, you're like, I don't know if you know, but you're a League of Legends. My first day in the game, my entire chat was just spamming Kadeem. Play Kadeem. 1v1 Kadeem. Play with Kadeem.
They were doing that. They were doing that to you too.
Wait, they said that too?
Yeah, they said that too.
Yes, bro. Kadeem, you're a legend, bro. And, dude, we have... It's fun.
One in the chamber. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spawn with one piece of ammo. Get one more after each kill. Fall behind and turn this around. They've taken the lead.